Dogs and Blowfish. Today's host is Blowfish Man TV, so I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna stop talking, Blowfish, whenever you're ready.
I know. I didn't think he would stop talking. But anyway, welcome in, guys. Today's episode is very interesting. You already know all three of us, and we're not going to get into introductions. So let's just jump right into it. So, I don't know. I've had odd thoughts about selling out, guys. I don't know why. But what is your definition of being a sellout, and is it necessarily a bad thing? What do you think, Sid?
I think if you have less than 1,000 followers on Twitch and you start selling merch, I think you're just selling out. Like, you just don't care about your fans.
Oh yeah, totally.
Like,
you're trying to
especially if you start like producing songs and like making songs and stuff.
That's true. That's true. Even though,
pretending to have an anime, making this whole
like, and Raid Shadow Legends. Let's not forget that one.
I know, right? Yeah,
you have a game sponsor. That's fucked up.
Like, I get the first Raid Shadow Legends, but the second one, you're kind of overdoing a little bit.
Didn't you also get the second one, Sid?
I got the second one, but I didn't do the second one because I had.
But you were thinking about it
myself. Because Sid, you gotta be live. You gotta be live to do the second one as well.
Yeah, you have to be live at the same time. I mean,
and you got to stream to do it.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, like, if you,
I'm sick, guys. Come on, please,
bruh. You've been sick for the past month.
Disclaimer in advance. Sid was gonna cancel the show today anyway. We're not gonna do it. And
I really didn't.
Literally had to sit there for half an hour convincing him. Sid, come on, man, stop being.
I really didn't.
But he's actually a bit sick. So if he's a bit, a bit dead today, just give him some slack. He's not feeling well. He's got a headache and shit. So he's a little.
I mean, he's got a headache from hash. I understand that because he lives pretty close to him still.
I smell him, right? I smell him. So.
Oh, that's unfortunate. But yeah, what do you think? What do you think, though, Sid? Do you think it's what's your actual like definition, and do you think it's a bad thing to necessarily sell out?
I mean, I think selling out, the selling out that we've always known of, like saying like throwing ads on and stuff like that, and as a content creator and stuff like that, right? Doing certain things to make money or kind of help them financially and stuff like that. That was a sellout thing for a very long time, but I feel like people are so open to it now. Like, we joke about saying, oh, we did the Raid Shadow Legends thing and we got paid for it, right?
We did, yeah.
And you can see that as, like, selling out. Like, because we don't play the fucking game. We both think the game is, like, pretty shitty. Like, yeah. I'm going to be honest. The game's pretty shitty. I know it has a lot of players that still play the game and stuff like that, but I think
there's
it's still
a lot,
pretty shitty.
like, actually, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they've got mad budget.
At the same time, what I got with the money from Raid Shadow Legends was I got this mic that I really needed. I got a new webcam. I got a mechanical keyboard, which I kind of need. And I got a second monitor. So, like, it's kind of like, it wasn't a necessity, but it was a sense of it helped me out in terms of, like, streaming and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Before Hash butts in and says, oh, you did all this and you still don't stream, shut the fuck up, bro.
I mean, he ain't wrong.
Today's not the episode. Today's not the episode. Don't get off my back.
Hash ain't wrong. I gotta side with Hash on that one, man.
No, you can't get on my back. I'm literally sick. I'm literally sick.
Bro, you've been sick for like the past month.
I kind of agree with Sid though. When Sid mentioned like in the past, if you had ads, and I get that because I was that person. If someone had ads, I'd be like, oh, he's such a prick. Why are you putting more ads? But then I also now I'm like, me like 20-second ad, but like it really helps someone out, right? If I'm watching a 20-second ad, honestly, so fuck it, I can. 20 seconds of my time can go, it's alright. And I see it like that. But my definition of a sellout, it's really weird. I don't know, because sometimes I get why people do it, like for the money aspect, because I get it. Everyone's in a different situation. But then I'm also like, I think if you break what your like initial morals were, I hate that about you. I don't like people who
100%.
Like, is it hypocrisy? It really pisses me off, man. Like, for example, I say openly that I will never have a sub goal and all that shit. Imagine tomorrow I end up with a sub goal, like a daily sub goal. There's nothing wrong with having a sub goal because people have different like financial situations and all that stuff. But like, imagine tomorrow I came up with it, then I am an asshole. I think that is a form.
Okay, but then, do you think having a sub goal encourages people to actually sub more?
Well, I think this depends because, like,
I feel like people sub in terms of subbing. Like, if they want to sub, like they can sub.
They can sub. That's how I see it too, right? Like, you don't need to force people.
Yeah, I agree. But I think of it as like, I don't want to have any So I get where you guys come from, but in my mind, it's like I don't want to have any influence on that because, like, I know sometimes when I see someone's sub go and I'm like, it's 0 out of 5. A part of me wants to help them get it 5 out of 5, and it looks cool, you know, when someone and it goes up by 1. Something I want to do, and that's not necessarily X person saying hash you motherfucker, get on Twitch and click subscribe right now. That's not what's happening, but it's like they see it. It's subconsciously there, and I don't want to have that influence on someone because I don't know. I just don't think it's right for me and that's what I'm saying. So if I started doing that, then I'm a sellout. I'm now picking money. Unless it's, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm going through a real tough time and I explain
It's
why.
crazy you say that, but you literally keep Debbie around just so Debbie just, you know,
Oh, Debbie from finance? Oh, yeah.
I mean, Debbie's a generous soul. Debbie is a generous soul.
Debbie literally works day in, day out just to fund hash on his fucking stream.
Unless you're Debbie,
Hash's streams keep going, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
You know?
Unless you're that man, like, I'm not lying to you guys, right? I've actually calculated this, right? This is me rounding it down. Right, rounding it down, has spent £400.
You spent £400?
No. This one man on his own, right, has my revenue from Twitch. He is 2/3 of it.
Oh,
the whole total revenue. I checked it and that's me rounding it down. It's slightly higher, I believe. But
yo, imagine making money from people that watch you, bro. That's so disgusting.
I know.
You see,
that's
the
so
reason
gross.
I don't stream. The reason I don't stream is I don't want to hit that $100 check mark, so I never get money from you guys. See, I'm loyal to my fans. So I would never sell out to you guys.
You know what, guys?
Right?
Now
I don't want to take money from you.
I
don't want to take
that's
money
not
from you
an
guys.
excuse, bro.
I don't want to take money from you guys. That's why I just don't stream for me to hit that $100 check mark. I think he just put
zero effort. What do you think, Hash?
No, 100% agree with Sid. I think he's just such a good person. He doesn't want to take money from people.
Okay. All right,
I never thought of it like that. Bro, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm so sorry for judging you.
It's fine.
I apologize.
I mean, Sid's a hipster. We all get it, you know.
Well, that's still really what's your definition of sellout?
Honestly, like your definition, like both your definitions are kind of like my version, like putting those together. So I won't go too much into it, but like the number one thing for me is what Hash said. Like, if you completely change everything, your morals, the way you do content, you know, to, you know, cater just to get money. Like, for example, you know, doing like viral videos and stuff, doing stupid shit just for the sake of, you know, the views and all that. Then in my opinion, then that's actually selling out. You're just doing it because you want attention, you want views. Whereas, you know, like there's a lot of people out there who just like do content because they genuinely enjoy it. And two, like whenever I like stream, like I do my very best to like just remain authentic, you know what I mean? And you know, that's a brand in itself, right? And I think that'll like help out in the long run and also like keep me grounded in the sense that like, hey, if that ever happens, like shit, this is what we used to do before. Like it's a constant reminder to like stay yourself, be cool, you know, like don't dig into it. Obviously, you know, as Sid mentioned before about, you know, taking on sponsorships from like games like Raid and all that, which literally I've only got sponsored by them twice. I legitimately did it for the money because I wanted to fund the stream. I was like, okay, you know what? I think, you know, with some of that money, I'm going to use a majority of it for, you know, a new camera, a green screen that I got, and all that kind of stuff. New mic if you need it, you know, and then, you know, that way it improves stream quality.
Yeah, and like with that new camera, you actually stream. You know what I mean?
I know, right?
With that stuff to improve your stream quality, you actually don't.
I know,
so, you know,
right?
I kind of believe
people actually watch you.
I think you got credit to your story, but yeah, some people like they've been saying they've got mechanical keyboards and shit.
Yeah, so basically, you remember
I have one too.
You remember the time when Hash said he doesn't shower? That's crazy, right?
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's funny. Going back to selling out and stuff like that. I remember when I was doing the Raid sponsor, there was a part of me where I was like, for about 5 minutes, I was like, "Hey guys, this is cool game," and I was like, okay, you guys kind of know I don't fuck with this game. This game is so boring to me, but it's just gonna get me money, and then it's just gonna help me in the long run.
Honestly, like you did the same thing as I did. So it's like, yo, just be honest with you guys. People, I was like, fans, they'll help you out.
Really tempting.
I was like, just do this ×2. I was like, just do this ×2, and you can just speed through the whole thing and you can finish the tutorial in like 5 minutes.
And we didn't get in trouble for it.
We did. You don't
We
get in
didn't.
trouble
You
because
don't.
they sponsor
don't-
so many people
Yeah,
that
they don't
give
really
a
care,
shit.
to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
unless you're
saying.
bringing
They've
in
got
big
a
money,
fucking
they don't really give a
billion
fuck.
dollar budget or something because they're giving
No,
it to
their
Oh,
their
they have so
commercials
much.
their commercials are
They
crazy. I'm like, dude,
yes.
what?
Jesus. No,
Like,
I
actually
Wasn't
agree.
it them that had like the Legend 27 or Legend 47 or
I
57
believe
or some
so.
shit?
Yeah, something like that.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, that's crazy. I still remember that to this day. And that came out like 2015, 2014. But also, another thing I did was the whole time, I was like, hey guys, we're at like 15 raiders. If you can get me 5 more, I'll earn this much money. Like, I was, the whole thing was so like
Transparent.
open to everyone in stream. I was like, this is what I'm at right now. This is how long I have. Can you guys please help me? This is how much money I will be earning. And I kept it very open. And any questions asked about it, they were like, oh, like, how did they reach out to you? Oh, like, what are you going to use the money for? Oh, this and that. Oh, how much are you earning? Oh, what is the, like, how is the process and stuff like that? Everything, I was 100% clear with it. I was like, I don't really have anything to hide. You know how there's like certain people that like hide how much they earn and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And then like it's like, oh yeah, like, when you're earning a certain amount, you might get looked on, whatever. Or if you like earning a certain amount of money from Twitch or something like that, they might be like, oh, like this guy's earning this much and this and that. Like, I was like, fuck that shit, bro.
Do you guys
Like,
find it
I've
weird
always
if
just
someone
been
asks
super
you how
open.
much you earn? Like, how do you fuck with that question? If I asked you like how much you guys earn, do you find it disrespectful for me to ask, or are you like, yeah, I earn X amount?
No,
Why
I'm pretty open.
I'm pretty
to say,
open about
man.
that. Yeah, like I get why people would find it disrespectful, but
Mhm.
at the end of the
I
day,
used to
like
think it was a very like traditional backwards thing to hide how much you earn, but recently my mom was telling me, she's like, Hash, no, people don't hide it for that reason. They hide it because the person they're talking to determines your worth depending on the number you tell them. Do you get it? And I was like,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
just I've never seen
makes
it.
sense.
If you
Yeah.
say 10K, oh, they earn below minimum, like they earn below they earn fuck all a year. Oh, they earn 200,000 a year. Shit, we want to get good friends with them. You know, one of those vibes. And I was like, that's pretty fair. People are pretty dicky. You
But
know.
it also goes the other way where you might get used and you might like get someone who might rub shoulders with you just for the sake because you earn more money than them. Like it
Yeah,
makes sense.
That's
Yeah,
another thing.
it makes
right?
sense. Yeah.
It does make sense, 100%.
But you
Oh,
know what though,
jeez.
I have to own it as well. Like you know that raid thing. Many times I was tempted to do it. Like in my mind, I was like the greedy side was like just do it. It's, no one's gonna know. Like no one's gonna put it against you. But I was like, you gotta stick to your morals, Hash.
No,
and all
see,
that crap.
I don't know if you want me to say this, but you had one like sponsor where I felt like your community was actually good for. I don't know if you remember
Which one was it?
Stream Raiders.
Oh yeah, the Stream Raiders, yo.
I genuinely think
Oh,
Hash's
yeah.
community, because what
I feel
at
like
the
they
time
would've
that
loved
Hash got the Stream Raiders sponsor, he was doing a lot of marbles on stream.
Oh yeah.
He was doing a
Good
lot of
times.
marbles on stream. He was doing a lot of wasn't Gartic, it was Jackbox. And it
I
was
can see
something
that
that
game
involved
now.
the community a lot, right? And
Mhm.
essentially Stream Raiders was literally just marbles, but instead of marbles going down like the fucking hill, it was like little minions and
These little
monsters like
minions, yeah,
fighting
that you
against
fight shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've
fighting
actually
against
never,
monsters.
okay.
Which is why I was like, when Hash was like, yeah, I don't want to take it because I don't want to be like this sellout.
I was
type of
surprised
person.
that I was surprised.
I was
that. I
like-
was like, yeah.
I was like, you are such a fucking idiot, and it baffles me because it was literally the same thing that he was doing on marbles, just in a different format. But he was gonna get paid for it,
Yeah.
and I was like, you're the stupidest person alive because you're doing the same thing, but you're doing it free
Here's
just
the
for the
thing.
sake of not looking like a sellout, even though
Not only that, but like I know people who play Stream Raiders for free.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
There's a person I follow. There's a person I follow, and he always has Stream Raiders up, and it's not
Yeah.
because he's getting sponsored, just because it's something for his community to do. So he'll play Valorant, and in the meantime, he'll have Stream Raiders in the background, right? And it'll just work itself.
Yeah, like actually speaking, because it does increase like engagement.
Wait, give me a sec.
Like,
I'm gonna be right.
Yeah, no worries, man. Oh, but yeah, I was super surprised by that, Hash. You're like, yeah, like I got offered this because we all got offered sponsorships around the same time. And Hash was like, I was like, Sid, you taking? It's like, yeah, I'm taking it. What about you, Blowfish? I was like, hell yeah. And then what about you, Hash? You're like, nah. I was like,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Even
I was
with the
like,
Stream
me?
Raiders and all that stuff, it was just like it's more so in my mind. I think I overcomplicate shit for myself and like overthink
Fair.
about it because in my mind I was like, I don't like the game, so I can't do it. But the way
I
Sid put it, I was like, yeah, that's a fair point.
I
I was
just
like,
don't
oh
think you
yeah,
have a brain.
but yeah.
No, because genuinely, I asked Hash, I was like, have you even watched anything from Stream Raiders for you to decide that, right? And he goes, yeah, I have, right? I was like, so why are you not taking it? Guys, if I'm being completely honest to you, right? If I'm being completely honest to you guys, no, not completely honest. If I'm being very clear to you, I'll explain what Stream Raiders as a game is, right? Stream Raiders is a game where
Lit, actually.
the streamer has set up a map, and then people in chat, if they want to join, they do like exclamation mark join, and they'll have their little character inside the map, and then they'll get a bunch of people, and they'll automatically fight a boss, and then it will be like, let's say, Samot did 120 damage to the boss. Oh, Samot won. He was the best person there, right?
Actually, that works.
So it would be like a winner. And this guy was like, no, I don't like that game. While he was playing marbles on stream, where you press exclamation mark to join, and it's person comes first, and he goes, oh, you're the winner. Tell me what's the difference.
Okay, yeah, maybe at the time I didn't know that. I'm not gonna lie to you. Maybe when you put it like that, you make a very fair point.
It just looks so disappointed in you right now.
Maybe when you put it like that, that's a very fair point.
It's because I asked him. I genuinely asked him, did you check it out at least? And he goes, yeah, I checked out. So I was like, okay, that's fine. This guy's just stupidest person alive.
Basically, yeah. I kind of know. Okay, whatever. Yeah, okay, maybe I didn't know in that much detail. I just thought, yeah, I took it as like it's one of those games. It doesn't look cool to me. Whatever, fuck it, fuck the game. But yeah, when the way Sid put it, I was like, okay, that's kind of actually sounded kind of cool. What Sid was saying by the way right now. I was like, oh, it looks like a pretty cool.
It does
game.
sound pretty cool.
It's literally marbles on stream, just in a different platform.
Yeah,
instead of like
really
marbles, it's like just minions fighting bosses. It's actually like better than
well,
marbles.
guys, all
like,
the millions I just missed out on.
Here's the thing. I was like, because you could still also do your thing, Hash, while you build up your army, right? It's like, 10 minutes till the next battle, and then Hash, you could still do what you do while people like put in.
Think of that.
Yeah, and then like when it's time to fight, you're like, all right, switch over, and then go back to doing what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
So
they offered me like at least I think 500K.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're being quite generous and shit. But I was like, look,
I didn't see no K's there, but what do you think?
Money means nothing to me. It's all about whatever. I mean, yeah, I think it was like 500,000. But...
It was like 3Ks, right, Hash?
Yeah,
it was like 3Ks
like, because you're like racist and shit. Like,
oh, you dickhead! I was like, I don't even 3K, dickhead. 3Ks.
Oh my god! But yeah, guys, the reason why I wanted to ask you that question is because recently, actually, while we were like grinding it out and all that, I actually got reached out to. I can't even English today, but someone reached out to me saying like, oh yeah, dude, I'm part of this stream team, right? And I looked up their stream team and they're legitimate.
Stream
and I was like,
team. What's that?
Yeah, stream team. Basically, just they're a bunch of streamers and content creators that just form a team and like help each other out, right? So they asked him, well, it was apparently like the leader of it. He's like, yeah, like I'm the boss man of this group. Listen, I checked out your VODs and I loved what you see. Are you interested in joining this stream team? You know what I mean? Like my stream team, and like they're called Aura, and I looked them up and I'm like, they're legitimate. I was like, they've been at it since 2015. I was like, oh, they're pretty established, right? But I decided to turn them down. I don't know, because here's the thing. He was like, if you were to be interested, I'll tell you what we're offering. But to me, I was just more like, well, I want to hear what you're offering first before I get interested. Is that like necessarily a bad thing for me to ask? Is it like a little greedy, guys? Is that like in a way selling out? What do you guys think of like my whole situation there when I decided to turn them down, because they didn't give me like what they were offering before I decided, okay, you know what, I'm jumping on this.
Basically, you're in a team, so you stream separately.
It's kind of like this, Hash. You know how you used to have a thing that said like University of Kent.
Yeah, but that was to just get merch for free.
That was just to get merch but it's a team. It's a stream team of Uni of Kent students and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah,
like something like that.
Instead of just having your uni kind of thing, there's actual stream teams like the one that the one that Blowfish mentioned.
Yeah,
and essentially what it helps you is, I mean, yeah, you technically got paid. You got free fucking merch.
No. Okay, it wasn't free. Basically, it was like a challenge thing, right, with all uni students, and you had to hit a certain amount of minutes. But to qualify, you had to register under your uni. And like if you hit like X amount of minutes watched, and if you were like the first 10 or whatever, you would get some like a prize, and I did, because obviously.
But essentially, it's kind of like similar as well. Like it's a stream team allows you to find people like that also in your team, and you could like
But
help each other, basically.
Blowfish, I think you're correct to ask how much. First.
Oh, 100%.
Because firstly, it's a team that's approached you, so it's not like something you're passionate about. You don't know who the fuck Aura is, right? Or that's their name, who Team Aura is.
Yeah.
They approach you, so they've got to basically persuade you to stay. Well, you've got no loyalty towards them. You don't know who the fuck they are.
I don't know who they are.
And you've got to like state your worth. I think you are in this situation correct to ask about the money, 100%, or whatever they offered you, money. I don't fucking know, XYZ.
I mean,
Like-
it's your time and it's your name, so it's 100% fair for you to ask what you're kind of getting out of it, right? Because say something happens to that team and that organization or whatever, right? Like it's your name that's gonna be also like used that's gonna go down if something bad happens, right?
That's
I mean,
the
it's
thing,
also
right?
like if they make changes and stuff like that, like you need to know what you're available to. It's kind of like joining like a new workplace kind of thing, right? You're not just gonna join a new workplace not knowing how much you're gonna get paid, how many hours you're gonna work.
Yeah.
Like
That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Not only that, but I want to like also build my own thing, not only with just like this podcast, but like all the other stuff I'm involved in, right? Like, so I did decide to turn them down because I told them, I was like, well, I'm also trying to build my own brand. You know, I have a podcast with you guys and all that. I'm also low key forming my own kind of thing with a few other friends on Twitch as well. And I just want to, you know, do my own thing and just, you know, put myself out there, right? So I turned them down and they were cool with it. And they're like, yeah, like we'll do our best to like tune into streams as well when you're live. I was like, shit. Well, I mean, it was an amicable sort of like turn down.
yeah, they're being fake as shit, bro.
They're
They're
being fake as
never
shit.
gonna
They're
come
gonna
to your fucking stream ever.
They're not.
This fucking guy,
Who does he
gets
think he is?
20
He has-
fucking viewers streaming.
he
He thinks bigger than fucking us, Team Oral.
This guy doesn't even have 1,000
Aura,
followers.
Aura.
This guy's not even... Aura. What's up?
Team Oral is the best fucking way to fucking finish,
They're,
bro.
like, they're legitimate. I
Fuck
searched
you.
them up.
Did they
I was
have
like,
many
okay.
viewers and shit, Blowfish? Because maybe you could have just like
I don't know.
said,
That's
yeah,
the thing,
then
right?
dipped, you
Because
know what I mean? Got the views.
the guy who asked me, who's apparently like the boss man, he followed me on Twitter and then he reached out to me on Discord and he also followed me on Twitch. I was like, oh, okay, you know what I mean? But like, I also have more followers than him and on both Twitter and Twitch.
Maybe they're using
Damn,
you.
that's crazy.
Maybe they're using you, Blowfish. Maybe they're gonna
That's
use your clout and your base or whatever.
Who knows? You know,
Because
That's what I'm
if they're
saying.
like partner or some shit, then yeah, say yeah.
Since
fuck them.
2015.
apparently they've been at it since
2015? What the
2015.
fuck?
7 years and they can't
I was
even
like-
beat an old man. Fuck my life. That hurts.
That's
my
what
heart.
I'm saying. But then again, like Blowfish does have the wisdom of living to 120. So
Yeah,
it's-
I mean, I'm secretly an eldritch being, guys.
he-
Just sell
he's
me your
seen
souls
some
and
stuff.
I'll help you out. I'll help you
He's
out.
seen some stuff throughout
Oh,
his
yeah.
life, you know.
Oh, so many things. You know, I
Like
saw the Ides
birth
of March.
and probably the death of Queen Elizabeth II.
I was gonna say the birth
Like,
and death of Jesus, but you know, he and I'm not really Christian, so I can't say that. But other than that,
Legend
yeah,
has
that's-
it. Fucking Blowfish was the one who nailed the last fucking nail
Oh my
on the
god!
crucifix.
That's so
Yeah, was that
fucked.
too much? Was that too much? Okay, my bad. I don't know. That
Honestly,
was too
I'm not
much. I was
offended
like,
because
do
I'm
I
not
say it?
religious,
I was
man.
like,
I'm not offended. I'm not religious, man. So don't you even worry about me. It's about people in the chat. Yeah, that was the reason as to why I
I'm
asked
sorry
that.
to any Christians in chat. I have the Old Testament in my drawer.
Maybe they should nail you on the cross if you're so
Whoa.
offended.
Blowfish was secretly Judas. Oh, that's true. Maybe you were the snake, Blowfish.
Maybe
the
I
snake out
am.
of the
Maybe
12
who knows?
disciples. So,
Speaking
okay.
of being snaked, oh wait, sorry. Did you want to say something?
No,
Ash?
after you. No, you got it.
Speaking of being snaked, Hash actually brought this up to me, and it'd be an interesting thing to talk about. Guys, how Hash put it was, have you ever had your trust broken and or snaked? And I would like to build on that question in a sense of like, if you know that person wanted back into your life, did you let them back in, or did they re-earn your trust? Hash, we'll start with you for this one because I started with Sid.
Okay,
last
so
question.
mine's actually quite interesting, right? So basically,
Yeah.
So you all know who Bonham is. Bonham's my girlfriend, etc., right? And Bonham said something which I was. Basically, guys, I've been in a relationship for like 4+ years. I don't want to bring it up, but like,
Hash
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
never has interesting stories. It's always
I know it's always about. It's always about.
I have a girlfriend and her name is
Yeah,
Bonham.
basically,
Like,
yeah,
this
maybe
guy-
we should.
This
maybe
guy
we
thinks
should replace,
having
Hash
a
with
girlfriend is a
Bonham, you know?
personality
personality trait.
Oh,
Yeah, well, it
no.
is. Okay, when it's over 4 years. So basically,
This guy literally has two things that he can talk about on stream
What?
every time. I have a beard, guys. I
And
have a girlfriend, guys.
I'm 6 foot.
That's it, bro.
Oh, it's
Just
6 feet.
find
He's
something
6
new
feet.
for
He
fun.
thinks 6 feet.
I'm 6 foot. I don't know if you know that, but I'm 6 foot. But basically, one time, take your schizophrenic pills. Your girlfriend isn't real. Fuck yourself. Okay, fuck yourself.
Damn.
Basically, but I'm told
She's
me, right?
unreal, Hash. He's complimenting you. You get it?
Oh,
She's
stop it.
unreal. Can't believe she's.
Punam, if
Come
you're in
on,
chat,
somewhat. Punam's
Punam,
my
if you're in
friend, bro.
chat, man, like,
I can't let you.
if you're in
I can't
chat,
let you
say
just
something
be
so we know you
dissing her
exist.
like that, somewhat.
That's not fair because Punam's busy right now, so she can't say anything. But basically, so when there was like a society group event, right? And I've never felt so like betrayed in my life. I swear, like it was like a big like what?
What society was it?
I think it was NEPSOC.
Never heard of them. That
It was
sounds
just like a
cult,
little
bro.
meeting about like
a Nepali society.
yeah. And it was like a meeting about deciding who's going to be the next president, vice president, all that crap, right? All the irrelevant roles. So basically,
Shut up, Punam, because she's the president.
she is the president.
Come on.
Yeah. So we were in this meeting, and I was just making really stupid jokes and all these stuff, and everyone was laughing. So I was like, yeah, I'm fucking hilarious. I'm making everyone
you're
laugh and shit.
stupid.
And then Punam told me way after, she was like, no, Hash, everyone's laugh was fake. They didn't find you funny.
Ooh.
The whole, like 10 to 15 people, and she was being dead up. She wasn't even being mean. And I was like, stop this. I was like, don't do this to me, but I'm like, this is like a bullet in the chest. Stop. She was like, no,
really
Hash,
is.
I'm
It
not
really
lying.
be
I
like
swear,
that.
like, they didn't find you funny. I could tell they were all fake laughing. But they just felt awkward because you weren't funny. So they were laughing. And I just went, nah, that's not real. I've never felt so betrayed and faked. I mean, technically, I get where the good intention was coming from in my life. I was like, no. That shit hurt me deep. I was like, stop it, man. And like recently, like all my friends have been saying to me as well, the Hash, you're not actually that funny. And you know, I base myself off of being funny. I think that's like my best thing. But I've had like a lot of roasts lately and they've been deep. So basically, I think everyone's fake around me now. Okay, but on a real though, like I was shook. I was so shook. I was like, no, stop it. I've never felt so like, you know when you're so certain, but you're told something. Is that literally, you believe in, I'm Muslim, I believe in God, and then I find out God actually never existed. Is that one of those moments? I would be like, what? Like everything's a lie? That's what it was like.
It's like finding out that Santa's not real, essentially.
Literally, yeah, as a kid, it was so deep, man. That shit broke my trust. Fucking fuck every human in that society.
Hash the Edge Boy confirmed. Let's go. What about you, Sid?
you guys? Yeah.
Hash was trying to bust jokes in a serious meeting.
Wait, so what sort of jokes? Wait, Sid, what kind of jokes?
No,
Sorry.
no. I wasn't involved in it, but they were.
Okay.
Did you not hear what he was saying? They were deciding who the next president of the Nepalese society should be. Right?
God.
They were trying to decide the community members of next year. This is serious.
And
They're discussing something serious, and this guy's been busting jokes the whole time.
You know what?
Okay,
Why are you picking his side, Blowfish?
Looking at it objectively, that's pretty funny. I'm not
For
gonna
one of
lie.
them, bro, for one of them, you had to be the social sec, right? So you have to be really confident.
Okay.
And I applied for the role, and I was shaking and speaking with a stammer the whole way through.
Hash, what? Wait, so you... Oh my gosh.
I was like, so basically, I think and I did the "can I start again" thing as well because I'm really nervous right now.
That's
Yeah.
a massive cunt.
Now I get why. Okay, maybe I get it, but yeah, I had a great time there.
That's such a dick.
Looking at it from
This
both
guy
ends,
is
like,
such a fucking dick. I just don't understand.
In the thing, I was like,
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
confident and outspoken and everything. It was so much fun.
Jesus Christ. What about you, Sid? Have any times like that where you've had like your legitimate trust broken and did you ever have that person back, or did they ever re-earn said trust? And how'd you make?
I've actually had multiple people, like they were all in the same friendship group though.
Damn.
And,
Okay.
And Hash knows of them as well, and it's so deep that I just fuck ever having them in my life again. Like swear to God.
That's
Right?
serious?
Wish them all the best. I hope they're enjoying life and stuff like that, right? But just please don't come around me. Right? It's actually all of my ex's best friends. They're close circle.
Oh, okay, no.
And Hash knows.
I'm
Hash
so
knows because
confused.
Hash used to be pretty good friends with them. I don't know. I don't think anymore, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen him for.
It's been a while because
yeah.
of distance and everything, not because they
Yeah.
fell out. But basically, me and my ex, we were together for like 3 years. We lived together for like 3 years, basically, right, in university because we went to the same university. First year, I was really in the state. Me as a person, if you're dating me, I want you around my friends all the time, busting jokes, like
yeah.
being with my friends all the time.
Being
Like
fun.
if my girlfriend was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go to the movies with Riches," I'll be like, "Okay, yeah, that's kind of cool, right?" Like she's trying to have time
Friendship.
and bond with my friends because my friends mean
Yeah.
so much to me,
Mm.
and my ex was like very close to her friends as well. So I essentially thought it was kind of like the same thing, reciprocated, right? So I would go out of my way to like kind of be friendly with her friends as well, right? And then for a very long time, they were like, "Oh my god, yeah, like Sid's so funny," and then like they would love having me around them and stuff like that, and they'd be like all loving and whatever, right? And they'd be like, "Oh yeah, like Sid's cool, like Sid's my favorite out like my friendship group and stuff like that," and not just because I was dating my ex at the time, right?
Mhm.
This and that happens. Me and my ex break up, and then we're having like our final talk and stuff like that, right? And then it's whatever, and then basically we break up, and then about a month after, a mutual friend of mine and my ex's, she goes, "Oh yeah, did you know none of those girls liked you, by the way?" 3 years of me
Wait,
going out my way to be extra friendly. They didn't like me.
Damn.
the whole
Wait,
time.
The whole time. I used to pay for Ubers, right? From their house to the club,
That's
from
Jesus.
from their house to university, because sometimes I'd stay over at hers, right? There was times where me and my friends walked them home late at night because they were like, "Oh, we really want to go back home. We don't want to stay at your house." We had 2 spare bedrooms, by the way, in the first year uni house, right? So they could have easily stayed at ours, but we used to like walk them home like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. We didn't have to, but we were like, "Oh, they're like girls, so late at night they're gonna feel uncomfortable. There might be something that happened." So we got out of our way to walk them home, right? There's been times where we used to give them drinks, we used to buy them drinks and stuff like that. There was times we used to give them lifts and stuff like that. There was times there was so many times where I would buy them food. I remember one time we went to a kebab shop and I spent like 80 quid buying everyone food and stuff like that, right?
Damn,
And then the boss man, the kebab man, even knew about it, so he gave me a fat discount. And he was like, it was like 80 quid or
that's
something.
nice.
And he was like, hey, for you, my friend, like, you know, like 30 pounds. And he gave me like free like extra food as well.
Dude, that's
Right?
awesome.
Nice.
I was super tight with the kebab man, right? But basically, I used to buy him food all the time and stuff like this, and then whatever. Didn't fucking like me. Didn't fucking like me the whole time.
3 fucking
They just
years.
pretended to like me,
Fucking years. Damn, bro.
right?
That's long.
And what's more fucked up is one of them is my cousin.
What? Wait, actually.
Yes,
Whoa.
she's my third cousin, but she's still my cousin,
Mm.
right?
Mhm.
She's my damn fucking cousin.
That's crazy, dude. Like, I'm so sorry you went through that. God damn.
That shit sucks.
know?
And you know what's
That's
even more peak?
6 people that didn't like me for 3 years and just pretended.
Fucking years. That's crazy.
Although Sid is talking about money and stuff, put more emphasis on it because students are broke. So like,
Students are very
£10
broke.
for a
They are.
student is like a lot more, you know. For an adult, maybe not,
Yes,
but like
100%.
student, you gotta really do the inflation there. Like student money, that's deep.
100%.
Yeah.
Student money. There was times where I'd be like a week late on rent, and I'd be waiting for my fucking paycheck from work just so I could pay rent. There'll be times where I'd literally have to like ask my friends for money. I was like, "Hey, can you lend me your money and I'll pay you like next paycheck, please?" And this and that, right? I'd literally have to do the fucking most. There was times where we had sleep for breakfast, sleep for lunch, sleep for dinner, and we went to sleep after. Like, it's fucking crazy. We had a whole meme. We had a whole meme where we're like,
You had a
"Oh,
whole
what do you
meme,
want to have for
okay.
dinner? What do you want to have for dinner?" And we just go air, and we go, "Okay, yeah, that's fine. Me too. And we
That
just
sounds like a
not
story,
eat
yeah.
shit. We just not eat shit. Fuck
That
uni,
sounds like
bro.
the student life, man. That sounds like the
Fuck
student
uni,
life.
bro.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Oh, that hurts. Oh, bless your little heart, man. That's
Yo,
peak. 3 years,
I'm so
bro.
sorry. Yeah,
You know
Oh,
that's
how
actually
God.
serious.
and you know how hard it is for the people for 3 years to put on an act. 3 years. Like, I get
Fucking
it. Sometimes
crazy,
you
bro.
can be fake to someone's face, but for three
For
years,
3 fucking years,
do
that's
you know how
a
much energy
long
that
ass
takes?
time.
At some point, you would crack, right? Like, shut the fuck up, Sid. Like, comes out randomly after a year or a
That's
month.
what I'm saying.
Like, you talk too much shit. I hate you anyway. Like, all that comes out, you know? 3 years.
I'm not naive, but I'm always like positive energy kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
I never want to throw negative energy to people when I know A, they can't handle it, or B, they can't like do something like that, right?
Mhm.
But I used to remember, especially with my ex used to say, oh, my friends are really sensitive, so you can't like, please don't
See.
really say anything to them, right? And I wouldn't even say much things, right? One of the things me and my ex loved doing was cooking together, right?
Mhm.
And she specifically had this one friend who used to always use the dishes and utensils and never fucking wash it. So every Wednesday, all of our housemates knew I would come
Bro.
over, me and
No.
her would cook something, right? So we needed the kitchen vacant, and we also needed everything washed and like
yeah.
cleared out, right?
Yeah.
It was everyone knew except this one housemate. So I just made like passing comments. I used to just be like, oh, so like, I guess XYZ's, not good. Like I was like, oh, I can't wait to like come back, to yours on Wednesday and wash dishes. So I just throw away a joke like that. She's like, oh my god, you can't say it because XYZ is sensitive. I was like, how are you picking her side when
Here's the
we're
thing,
having less time together doing something we like because she's just not washing her fucking dishes
that's what I'm saying, right? Like,
as a grown adult.
so wow.
No,
I was like,
that's
that's
bitch,
fucked
yeah.
up, man. Like, the thing is, I'm
Preach it.
like, dude, if you're gonna use dishes in my house, like, if I were to use dishes in like a total stranger's house, I'd be like, yeah, I could wash my own dishes, and
It's respect.
I'll offer, but it's being respectful, and people like, nah, don't worry about it, just chill. I was like, did she even offer to do that, Sid? Probably not, by the sounds of it.
Fuck no.
Of
Fuck
course
no.
not. Let's see here.
That's
Sensitive.
deep,
That's just
that shit hurts. 3 years is a long
I remember
time.
I remember one time we cooked food and we had
Mhm.
too much food. So we were like, oh, let's have it for tomorrow, like tomorrow lunch, right?
Yeah,
She ate it.
of course she did.
She
Of
ate
course
it.
she fucking did. Oh my god! Of course she fucking did. I was like, Jesus
And
Christ.
like
man.
and all of the girls all the girls in her friendship group, right? They eat like 2 fucking spoonfuls and then they're like full. They eat like 2 spoonfuls and they're full, right?
one of those.
Because they're either
I know.
full, and they can't eat anymore, or because they're like, oh, I'm on a diet, I don't want to eat too much, right?
Okay, fair, but
How did she finish a meal for 2? She finished a meal for 2
Yeah.
by herself just for the. Oh, I can't be asked, man. This pissing me off, man.
that's total ass. No, I don't
This pisses me
blame you for getting
off.
fucking pissed off, man.
You
Like,
can't eat. I don't know. You can't. I mean, it's not that you can't eat someone's food, but like you gotta ask. Like
you have to ask. It's like, hey, is it cool if I eat some?
Yeah, that's just
at the end of the
respect.
day. And if they say no, I was like, all right, cool. I'm
Wait,
not
they
gonna do
ate it
anything.
without you knowing.
Without your
They
permission.
ate it
Your
without
permission.
us knowing, because normally if we had leftovers and stuff like that, I mean, not even leftovers, we used to always like offer it to the rest of the housemates, right? Because like, oh, check what we made, like tell us how good it is, like we love that shit, right? But it was just the sake of she wasn't even there at the time, and then next thing you know, like it's like we go down and we check something out and we're like, oh, like what's this? And then like, where's the food? And then they go, oh, I ate it. I was hungry last night and I saw it in the fridge. So
I
I
shake
just
my
ate
head
it.
to
And it's
that.
like,
I shake my head so fucking hard to
bro,
that.
you're fucking
I'd be so mad.
crazy.
I'd
Did
be
they
mad.
offer like, I'll buy you something or some shit like that? I don't know.
Right?
No.
Oh my god.
I'll buy you
No
takeaway
way.
today because I ate your food.
No
I don't
way.
fucking know. I don't know. Whatever. You know what? Fuck some people. Some people just have no morals. All right. That's what
Right?
it is. Some people just have no fucking morals, and they're dickheads.
Yeah. I know, right? God, like people who like sell themselves out to raid Shadow Legends couldn't be me, right?
Yeah, that's worst kind of people.
Yeah, that's
Honestly,
the worst
now
kind of
that I think-
person.
Yeah, worst kind of people. Honestly, everything
gonna-
Sid just said. they're
Sorry guys,
bad
I need to
people.
end the podcast because raid event just happened.
Third one.
That's what you're saying.
Shit.
What are you saying? What are you saying, Ash? Though.
You
My
know,
bad.
but you know, like Saba wrote something like Joey doesn't share food from friends. I get that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I hate people who are selfish with their food and don't share it. But, I don't mind it when they don't share and they don't take. Do you know what I mean? I think that's fair. You
Oh,
know,
100%.
you know what I mean.
Yes,
But
I agree
the
with that.
worst kind of people, and some people are like this, are the ones who take and don't share. You are literally like bottom tier human being. Like fuck yourself. Like you suck so bad.
Yeah,
It's
facts,
annoying.
honestly.
Do you know what I mean?
Facts.
And I take because I like sharing. I'm the sort of person if we're eating together, can I have a bite? I'm that person.
Yeah, just
I'm a
ask.
massive, like I'm a massive germaphobe when it comes to food. So I don't take and I don't share. Like it's yeah.
I feel
But at
that,
least you're the
Sid, I feel
same, and like at least there's respect to it because you're doing both and you're not taking. But like some people
100%.
don't give and they take. And I'm like, you worst motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
Those are
It's
the
like
worst
if you
kind of
take
people.
food from someone, like don't you have the urge to go, hey, you want some of mine? Like
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
you can't like surely, right? Like surely.
If we go to a restaurant together and we order different shit, I already have meditated. I'm gonna try your food and you're gonna try my food. I've
Ash is, like,
already
ready. He's just like-
premeditated it. Yeah. I am thinking about what your food tastes like and like
Yeah.
preparing for it. And like if I got, let's say, a fucking burger with chicken and you got pasta, I'm thinking, yeah, pasta gonna be pretty good with this chicken burger. I'm gonna like it. I am premeditating it because that's how I think it should. I don't go
That's
to
fair, that's fair.
restaurants
You know,
and
I get
people
that. I
order
feel
for
that, I feel that.
themselves.
But I feel like it's because of our culture as well, though. No, like,
Maybe,
the-
yeah,
the-
that's
the-
maybe.
the
That's what I
way
was
that
gonna
our
ask.
culture-
Like, do you think
the way that
yeah,
our culture is like it's really shared, like give and take.
give and take? Yeah. That's
I
the thing.
love
It's the
it
same
when we
thing.
order
Filipino
shit and we
culture
can
too.
all eat it. I love it.
Yeah, like you
Love
order food
it.
for just like the people, not just for yourself. You know what I mean? Like I feel that. I was like, it's the same thing in like Filipino culture as well. Oh man, but
It's kind
I
of
was
like
gonna say,
it's kind of like white people's Thanksgiving, you know? Like it's like it's
except
all
every
in-
day, except every
Yeah,
day.
except every day, everything's in the middle, and you just take what you want to eat. Like
Pretty
that's
much,
literally
right?
just that's literally it. Like just give and take.
Oh man, but honestly, Sid, from what you told me, like your ex girlfriend's friends, they're totally assholes. And speaking of, I've got a few questions for Am I the Assholes for you boys. I don't know if you guys are ready for some of these that I've just randomly picked out. Actually, one of them is actually really good. The other two I actually did randomly pick
I think
out.
we
But
should, just in case someone doesn't
What's
know, explain what Am I the Arsehole is and how people
Sure.
can get involved as well. Just
oh hell
in case.
yeah! So basically, for all those new in chat, we sometimes do this thing on the podcast called "Am I the Asshole?" For all those redditors in chat, we get our questions from Reddit AITA. Am I the asshole? And it's basically a bunch of people complaining about their lives. Let's be honest here, they are.
Yeah.
But it's always situations of, hey, is my ex, is my mom, is my dad, are my parents, am I the ass? Like they're basically like telling the situations like, am I the asshole for thinking this or doing this, or are they the asshole for, or am I not the asshole, etc., etc. What's up, Sid?
Can I be an asshole and change the subject real quick?
Sure.
Just because this is in my head and I might forget it later.
What's
Did
up,
anyone
what's up?
watch the Deji versus Alex Wasabi fight last
Who
night?
won?
Who won?
Who won?
I didn't
Alex
watch it. Who won?
Wasabi.
He beat him.
What?
After all that?
Really?
Ah,
Convincingly.
Deji little bitch, man.
Convincingly.
What a
Speaking
little
of, guys,
bitch.
both of you guys, I wanted to ask about, speaking of Deji, do you like Deji, like his content, like content creation wise?
Fuck
What do you
no.
guys think of him? Fuck him, no. Okay, what about you? What about you,
Fuck
Ash?
no.
Like,
I've
I'm
never
very curious.
seen him. I've watched his older brother though.
Yeah.
KSI, who's like 10 times more
Comedy
famous.
Shorts Gamer is a product of KSI. Let's not.
Yeah,
he's a
100%.
product of
100%.
nepotism.
It's like
No one knew
it's
it.
like KSI grew up and Deji kind of just didn't. Like it's yes, I might like this content when I was like 14, but like
Yeah,
I'm not
Deji.
14.
Yeah,
You know?
I used to watch Deji when
But-
I was 14. That's why.
Yeah.
Like, actually
But
speaking.
what you call it, bro? That entire event, what a shit show.
What do you mean?
What a fucking.
Was it like
shit
super
show.
one-sided?
No, like the entire event was so bad. Like that event was what boxing fans were scared of was gonna happen when KSI and Joe Weller, KSI and Logan Paul, Jake Paul and fucking Nate Robinson, Tyron Woodley, whatever. That's what boxing fans were afraid of. Event like that. That was a disgrace to boxing. Like,
Was that bad?
ever,
Wait,
bro.
it
It
was
was
such
so
shit
bad.
boxing.
Yeah, like what happened?
There was one fighting card. It was like some guy named Ryan Taylor, right?
Yeah.
Fighting, grabs the guy, just headbutts him.
Okay, that's illegal. I'm pretty sure that's illegal, but
Yeah,
okay.
He got disqualified. He got disqualified. The
Of
other guy
course,
was
yeah,
on
that's
the
illegal.
floor, like the guy was on the floor, concussed and everything.
Ooh,
Right?
Wow,
okay,
what
that's
an
So
idiot.
he got disqualified. Another one, there was, I forgot what his fucking name was, but it was against Vitali. Do you guys remember Vitali?
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Vitaly
Oh,
ZDTV.
yeah.
I used to watch when I was younger.
The prankster, right?
Yeah.
He's had a
Yeah.
very bad like arc for like the past couple of years, because he started going down a very bad hole, right? And then he started abusing drugs and stuff like that, and he's just a fucking massive cunt.
Yeah.
But
Doesn't
he had a
seem like a
boxing
pleasant guy.
bout, and for the first 2 rounds, the guy he was fighting against, like Vitali, is like 20 kilos heavier than him.
Damn.
Right? So first of all, the weight division is so fucked, right?
Mhm.
But the other guy was doing so well, and then round 3, this guy headbutts him twice.
Why? What's with these headbutts?
Headbutts him twice, right? And you think, oh, what the fuck? That's so fucking stupid,
It
right?
is stupid.
Like this guy should get disqualified. Round 4 happens, headbutts him twice again,
Nothing.
Okay,
No
wow.
disqualification. No.
right? No disqualification, and it still goes to decision. And who do you think won?
Vitaly.
Not
Like Vitali should have
Vitali.
won easily, right?
Not
It's a
Vitali,
fucking draw.
Yeah.
Vitali got headbutted 4 times, and when Vitali first came out, everyone was booing. Everyone was like, "Boo! Get the fuck off stage!" Because the other guy's British as well. He's English, so he had the whole of like the crowd surrounding him and like going, "Yeah." And then Vitali's just also kind of like, Vitali's also what you call it, a villain. Like no one likes him at the moment, so he's getting booed. Right? Round 4, everyone was cheering for Vitali because this other guy headbutted him fucking 4 times, and it was a draw.
Jeez.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's corrupt. I
Deji-
think boxing's corrupt.
Yeah, Deji and Alex Wasabi, middle of round 1, a random fan jumped onto stage
Okay.
and then just like
That's ridiculous.
just jumped on stage and stuff, started shouting at Alex Wasabi and shit. Gave Deji kind of like a chance to recuperate as well, which is kind of crazy because it just started off. Deji just went back to what he normally did, which is just like cover himself, turn around, put his back to the opponent, like a fucking idiot, right?
Yeah,
this guy's
shit's
been
not allowed in
training.
boxing, by the way. In case you don't know, you can't.
Yeah.
If you turn
can't
your
do that.
back and show it, that's called you're not professional enough to do boxing.
Yeah, you
it's
can't
it's
do
not
that.
allowed. You're not good enough. You can't fight because
But no.
that shows your inexperience to turn around and show your
But
back.
it's fucking stupid. And then he was getting, honestly, I don't know, bro. Maybe he would have even got knocked out first round. Who the fuck knows? But a fan just jumps on stage and shit, and then they separate the 2 out of there, and then it's just like, bro, what the fuck, like. And then there was memes on Twitter. It's like, how did this random guy throw more shots at Alex Wasabi than Deji did in round 1? Right? And it's
Okay,
when
that's
did you
funny,
get
that's
knocked out?
funny.
Round 1.
nah,
That's
he
funny,
didn't.
I'm
It
not
went to
gonna lie.
decision. It went to decision, but Deji lost every single round convincingly.
Damn, what a little bitch, man.
Imagine it was against a guy that him and his brother have been shitting on for the past 2 years as well. Like,
I feel
that's
like his brother is
embarrassing.
cool though, but yeah, Deji's a bit of a
Yeah.
great guy, but yeah, he's not his brother. He's not
King
his
Kenny,
brother.
King Kenny won a split decision somehow, even though Face Temper should have won, hands down. And that answers your question for him as well. Temper should have won. Like, it's the whole thing was so rigged because it was the UK judges. It was the UK judges, so it was just rigged against the UK people. Like, it was such a shit show.
That's
So
never
bad.
fun.
So bad. Sorry, I just had to get that out of the way.
That's okay, man.
It was because I wouldn't say I'm like a big super fan of boxing, but I quite enjoy like watching boxing and stuff like that. And then like I think YouTubers boxing and like the beginning stage is like really fun.
All right, cool. Yeah,
But-
no worries, man.
Holy fuck, that was so bad. Like, I genuinely.
All right, you guys ready for the first question of am I
Alright,
the
let's
asshole?
go.
Let's go. Okay, so here's the first question: am I the asshole for helping my girlfriend's bully get home safe? That's its face.
What?
All right, here it goes. Here it is. So, me,
Oh, sorry,
24-year-old male, I know, right? 24-year-old male, went on a night out with my new girlfriend, and wow, this guy dropped names. Her name's Hannah. She's 27, female, and a few of her friends. I know, this guy fucking name dropped. I don't know if you're allowed to do that, but anyway. When we were at our table, we noticed some very loud women and a few tables down. Hannah and her friends were worried because they were the girls who picked on them at school. Fair. We decided to stick around for the moment as long as they didn't notice us and leave if there was any trouble. Hannah came back later and said she'd bumped into Nicole, the main bully, right, at the bar, who tried to pick on her again and called her by the awful name those girls made for her, which I don't know why he didn't say it, but anyway. We decided to leave and go somewhere else. Later was the early hours of the morning. We were all very drunk and wanted to get home. We found Nicole stumbling around outside a club in tears. She heard Hannah's voice and came up to us. She was extremely drunk and has gotten separated from her friends, and her phone had died. That's rough. Worse than that, she ended up losing her glasses at the club. This is why you wear contacts. She couldn't see well enough to get a cab or make her way home. Okay. She pleaded with Hannah for help, but still called her by that nickname. Okay. Hannah wanted to leave her but I couldn't just leave her outside blinded and drunk. I got an Uber and jumped in with Hannah and Nicole. We went to Nicole's house, and her mom was extremely grateful for us looking after her daughter. After we got back to Hannah's place, Hannah got mad at me for helping Nicole and making her sit in a car with the girl who made her life hell in school. I argued that Nicole was alone, blinded without her glasses, drunk, and her phone was dead. She was completely helpless and vulnerable. I'd want someone to help Hannah if she was in the same position. I understand that Nicole treated Hannah terribly when they were kids, but it was about doing the right thing. Am I the asshole? What do you think, Sid? Sid, it looks like you're raring to go for this question.
No, I'm. You know, I think he's not right.
Like he's not the asshole then.
He's not the asshole. No
he's
way.
Technically
like,
not
what?
being an asshole. I agree. He's doing.
Okay, if she was still a fucking tyrant right now, then it's the asshole. But then, at the same time, it's like he said, he wants someone to help Hannah if Hannah was in that similar situation.
That's the thing, right? Like when I saw that, I was like,
when they were younger.
Yeah,
it happened when they were younger. Like she's probably grown out of it, and if it's not at the state where she's still fucking bullying her and shit like that, if she was still bullying Hannah, bro, I'm beating her ass. Like I'm fucking like
Hannah by the
people's
nickname
elbow.
she used to call her when she was younger, though.
Like she still kept going with it even after the whole thing when asking for help.
Shit.
Exactly. That for me is a bit rude. The thing is,
that is rude. I'm like,
I agree.
That
with
is
the
rude,
concept.
but she's vulnerable right now.
I agree with the concept of
It's like Hash. Listen. Okay, say a kid bullied you, right? Say a kid bullied you when you're younger, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he called you like, "Hey, Motu."
That means fatty.
No?
For anyone who doesn't know what that means.
Okay, no, let's just say because that's a very typical word that people use to bully, like people in our culture, right?
Yeah.
So they go, "Hey, Motu."
Yeah,
and that's how he bullied you when you're younger. But say when you were older, he was like, because he refers to you as Motu, he goes, "Hey, Motu," right? But this guy's on fucking crutches, right? And he's like,
she was only drunk, right? Drunk and
she was
wasted.
drunk, no glasses,
I get that.
by herself.
Yeah.
But instead of maybe taking her home, call her mum, no? And just say your daughter's a bit fucked.
Yo, get your daughter. Go get your girl, man.
But then, what happens after? Like, what if her mum doesn't drive? What if? What if someone has to wait?
If it was
what
life
if someone
or death,
has to wait with her? Like it's like if they leave, who Lord knows what happens to her, because she might just like walk out the bar by herself, kind of thing.
Okay, then if it's life or death and someone's gonna get hurt, then fuck it, get over your. I understand that Hannah had her fucking traumatic experiences when they were younger, but like fucking hell, bro, you're a child, and move on.
You're a child, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, then I think not the asshole. I think Hannah's being a bit dramatic. I mean, not dramatic to like fucking disregard her feelings and shit, but like this isn't a matter.
I mean, it could have been bullying to the point where it like changed her life, kind of thing. I do see that point, but at the same time, it's a fucking
but then like if it did like change her life, and let's say something actually happened to Nicole, then Hannah's no different for leaving Nicole.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Be the bigger person. Be the bigger
person at the end of the day, right? Like, like how I see it is like he is being the bigger person, but at the same time, you know, his business is not with the bully. He's just doing what's right at the end of the day. He's not.
And karma, guys. Karma. Did I tell you? Did I tell you that the other day when I was driving back from gym, right at 2 a.m. I got home, and these two random dudes waved at me as I was driving, right? And then when I parked into my house, they came to my house and they were drunk, and they were like, I thought it was just two drunk guys, and I was like, oh, it's kind of awkward. Like, why are they in my like driveway? and they were like, we're lost. But at first I was like, okay, I feel like they might mug me or some shit, or they're lying. Like, you gotta be safe, right? So I kept my distance, and then they were like, no, we're lost, we don't know where we're going, our phones are dead, we're not from here, we're from up north, which is about a 5-hour drive from where we live, and all this shit.
Why would they come down here to?
Really weird story.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I was gonna say, I'm like, that's a little sketchy.
But then basically,
because we live in a town, Blowfish.
Yeah.
You live in
We live in a town, so it would like, why would they travel all this distance
from a city down here? Whatever, right? So they were like, we weren't at a hotel. We were at like a cottage, like a hostel area or some shit. So it sounded very sketchy, right? And I was like, okay, well, this is a bit weird. But then one of the guys was like, honestly, man, we're gonna sit on the other side of the road. Here's my phone, and he threw it at me to say, here's my phone, please just charge it.
He legitimately like
threw it, and it hit the floor. Like, it didn't hit me. He threw it to say, don't come near me. This is my way of saying, take my phone. You know, like, I'm not here to touch you and stuff. So I was like, alright, cool. He was like, charge it and shit. I mean, it's a hero story, but whatever. So I charged it and shit. And then, like, basically after that, like, the phone charged, and they called their friend Phil, and Phil fucking snaked them and didn't tell them the address. So then,
oh wow,
Phil didn't tell them the address, and they were like, we don't know where we're going. And then I was like, okay, maybe these guys actually are mugging me, because we've got about
maybe you should put this on Am I the Asshole?
It was about 2:30 right in the morning at this point. Charged the guy's phone for like half an hour when I was sat in my house, literally just waiting for it to charge up. Then I was like, okay, I can't just leave these two people fucking nowhere. So I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll just take the risk. I was like, get in the car, I'll drive you around, try and recall where you were. Try and recall it. We fucking drove. I kid you not, right? We drove around the whole area for 30 minutes. The place was like 30 seconds away from where I live. I was like, for fuck's sake. I was like, you are actually, whatever, right? They were drunk, they couldn't tell, they were all that shit, and like, whatever.
Imagine if Phil was outside the window just looking, going, I'm not going to tell you guys the fucking address. You can find your own way back home. No. But imagine it's because he was just looking out the window going, these drunk bastards. They don't even realize they're right here.
Yeah, maybe, But like, yes, they called them, and he went, yeah, I'll text it to you. And then when he didn't text it for the next 10 minutes, every time they'd call, he wouldn't answer. What a dickhead, right?
Phil was getting busy.
Then
probably.
And then
Phil was
when
getting
I dropped them
busy
off,
with the girls.
When I dropped them off, the guy was like, can I pay you fuel and all that shit? I was like, look, man, I don't really care about the money, but I was like, I'm gonna look for an opportunity. I went, instead, what you can do is give me a shout out. That's all I want from you. And I was like, I don't want money. And I gave them food, I gave them a charger, I gave them fucking drove them around for half an hour, and I'd wasted an hour of my time. Everything, right? It's at 2:30 in the morning. It's not early either. It's very late.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
They were like, give us your bank details. We're transferring stuff. And I was like, yeah, honestly,
I don't know about that. I was like,
I don't want the money. I was like, I don't care about the money, man. It's cool. I'm doing it through my own intuition. But what I would want is for you to follow me on Twitch, TikTok, and all this stuff, right? So I was like, I'm gonna write you a Facebook.
Subscribe on YouTube.
Yeah. He was like, I'm gonna write you a Facebook post, and I was like, oh my god, am I gonna go viral? I was like, you know, those long posts was really simply when I was like, this is it. I was like, oh my god, guys, my career is made. Like, I was like, they're gonna make a post. I'm gonna get 5 million likes, and that's it. I've made it.
Hash champ, more like hero champ.
Wait, how's that karma, bro? That's fucking.
And you know what these motherfuckers did? You know what they fucking did? Right? Because the dude messaged me the day after saying he lost his watch in my car. By looking at my TikTok, and I was like, nah, bro, it's not there. Like, it actually wasn't there. There was no watch. He lost it somewhere else, right? And then all they did was a Snapchat story. That shit lasts 24 hours, fucking fraud. I was so upset. I mean, I was like,
how's this karma?
I was gonna say, how is that karma? For a second, it's like, hold up, wait.
Did I say karma?
God, how is this karma?
Did I say karma?
Yes, you said, oh, this is why karma is real. And then the whole chat said, yeah, karma's real, karma's real.
Oh my. Oh, karma in the sense that I don't know why I said karma. I can't remember. But the point is, basically, I saved 2 people's lives because it was freezing cold and they would have frozen to death, and they had no money, nothing to their name, no phone charger, anything, or battery in both their phones. They had no idea where they're going, and they were drunk, and all I got was a Snapchat story. What fucking scam! Whatever, man. It's whatever. I guess a part of being a superhero is like, whatever.
My God. All right, I guess I'll move on to the next question. So is Hash the asshole? I'm kidding. The next question is, am I the asshole for telling my mom she's banned from unsupervised visits with her grandson? My son, who just turned 2, Obviously, for the last 2 years of socialization hasn't been the easiest, but we've done our best to expose him to lots of experiences and safe people. Finally, we felt safe to travel to my mom's city to visit her and some of my other family members for a weekend trip. My brother and his wife live with my mom, and they are. I'm not too sure what that is. Do you know what JWs are? Anyone in chat?
JW?
Yeah, that's literally what it says. JWs.
Just weird. I don't know.
Just weird, I guess. We'll go with that. Wife takes this to an extreme. However, she has told my husband and I. Yeah, they are just. Yeah, it says here like my brother and his wife live with my mom, and they are JWs. Like that's literally what it says. Anyone in chat know what that means? Jehovah's Witness? Yeah, okay. Yeah, that would make sense.
Oh,
Okay.
Jehovah's Witnesses. Okay.
Okay, so they're super religious. So his wife takes this to an extreme. However, she tells my husband and I that we're gonna go to hell for drinking beer, for an example.
Oh,
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you, Debbie.
Yeah.
My brother and my husband and I also don't get along, as my husband is an avid Trevor Project donor. Not too sure what that is. If Debbie wants to confirm that, and supporter because of how he lost his brother, and my brother finds it all immoral. My son is young, but I don't want him exposed to these extreme ideas, or my brother and his SIL's views. At the end of the day, I don't trust them with my son, and I want that boundary set early. I told my mom that the rule for her watching my grandson in her house is that he is not to be left alone with my brother or his wife, and she agreed. Well, today, my mom said she was having a bad back day, but had her car booked in to get the tires changed. She asked if my husband and I could go, and we said sure. We're going to just take our son, as he likes car rides, and one of us had to drive our car anyways for the drive back, but she said she could take care of him. We were gone for about 30 minutes and came home to my mom, nowhere to be found, and SIL watching our son. Our son had been parked in a Jolly Jumper, and SIL had her headphones, our sister-in-law, had her headphones on, and was in another room when we got home. Worth noting here, we don't actually feel comfortable with the Jolly Jumper. No judgment to others who have them. We just haven't wanted to use one, which is what my mother knew. Turns out she had a friend pick her up to go get her eyebrows done because some extended family is coming tomorrow, and she wanted to look her best. She still thought she would be back before we were, and wouldn't know she left our son with our sister-in-law. I was mad and told her that it's a one-strike deal, and I won't be leaving her unsupervised with my son ever again for at least a few years until he can contact us and let us know if he's been left with someone we don't consider safe instead of his grandma. I feel like an asshole, and my family also says I'm being an asshole, but I'm also pissed off because I feel whatever rules my husband and I have for our son should be respected. So am I the asshole? That's a weird one. I'm not going to lie.
Am I an asshole for asking you to just summarize it?
No. Basically, she doesn't want to get her mom or the grandma to supervise the son ever again because she left her son with their weird sister-in-law who's like hardcore religious. That's basically it, from what I can understand.
Fuck.
I don't know. I feel like she might be. I'm just like, well, it's a baby at the end of the day, and someone's watching your son. You know what I mean?
I get it because kids get influenced like crazy, right? And like you gotta respect the parents' wishes. It's like I believe in one thing. You know, one thing I never agree with is that I don't have the right to ever discipline someone else's kids. Like I'll never have that right because like it's not me to do that. Like yeah, if let's say Sid had a kid and his son was being rude, I'll tell Sid, yeah, Sid, man, your son's doing this. You discipline him however the fuck you want, whatever your methods are. But I wouldn't ever take it upon myself to shout or any of that shit because it's not my kid. You know, it's not in my position to tell the kid. I would just be patient with the kid until I see his real parents and be like, yo man, your kid's annoying. You know, and Sid would be like, yeah, cool, all right, cool, tell me what you did, I'll go speak to him later. All right, sick, appreciate it. But I don't personally agree with, and I think the same. And if you are a Jehovah's Witness, go for it. Be what you want, but then to fucking start doing weird shit towards a child, like fuck off. That's not your child, you weirdo. Like it's someone else's.
Fair. What about you, Sid?
I agree with Hash. Like, I agree with Hash where it's like, it's not my child for me to like, you know, kind of have my 2 cents on it and stuff like that, right? It's like your child, it's your choice. And children are like a fucking sponge. Like children are literally like a sponge. So if you don't want your child to be exposed to certain types of things, then it's your fucking choice. Like,
100% agree with that one. They are like sponges.
Okay.
Take everything.
Children,
in.
yeah, they have like they're easily influenced, which is why I get where they're coming from. But you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know, if you're
yeah,
Jehovah's
this
Witness,
is what my A-level psychology coming.
Oh,
There's a term called tabula rasa, which
I know that term.
which means babies are born as a blank slate.
They are.
So they pick up everything and they learn everything from what's around them.
I agree.
A blank slate.
100%
Okay.
agree with that statement.
Yeah, children get easily influenced, so I get where they're coming from, right?
Fucking
All right, so
shit.
this last one, guys, I think this one is like probably my favorite out of the three I picked out. So, the title's a bit controversial. Am I an asshole for letting my mother die?
What?
Yeah, like that's literally what it says. So, first, a little background info. My family is extremely religious. Here we go again, except they're Mormon. Like purity ring religious. But luckily, me, a 27-year-old female, and my siblings went to a public school. When I met my now husband, who's 28, when we were around 13 and 14, to my parents' extreme dismay, he was raised by two gay dads who are Asian. They tried to keep me from seeing him and forbid me to talk to him, but we became friends immediately and later started dating. Right? So it's a little bit of a fucked up situation. So that's when my twin sister decided to tell my family that I had slept with him, which led me to them kicking me out at 17. Luckily, my boyfriend's family helped me out. I haven't spoken to my family since. So skipping to today, my husband and I are happily married for 2 years, and we have a 5-month-old daughter. Then a week ago, I got a call from my mother telling me that she's been diagnosed with cancer and needs a kidney transplant. My twin sister, who are like we're identical, is a perfect match, but she is 3 months pregnant and can't donate. So I'd have to do it. I hung up on her. She called me 67 times since then, and my entire family has been harassing me online. My twin sister even found out my address and showed up at my door telling me that I was letting our mother die because I was being petty over the fact that they didn't like my husband, or insert racial slur husband here. She didn't put that in. My husband and his family support me 100%. And I think I'm okay with my decision to ignore my mom. But what do you guys think? Am I the asshole? That's a tough one. I'm like, ooh, that's tough. It's the shortest one, but that's tough. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, you like the moment like it's like you guys like, oh, but she has a twin sister. I was like, yeah, but she's 3 months pregnant, so she can't do it. I was
3 months
like,
pregnant.
fuck, that's rough. I was like, all right. What do you got? That's a tough one. Even me, I'm like, shit.
Because
I get what they did was really fucked up, but like, oh lord, you know what I mean?
when you have one kidney, how hard does life become?
It's pretty difficult from what I know.
You can't do
Like-
contact sports.
You can't do anything.
You can't
Like,
do
not a
anything
lot of
physical,
things.
right? Because a big punch to the
Yeah.
area you're like in. Am I making sense of how hard does life become with one kidney in comparison to having two?
Oh.
It's tough. Like that one's a tough one. It's like it's yes and no, but like you get where she's coming from, but Jesus Christ, you know what I mean?
I don't fucking know. This is so hard.
That's a tough one. Yeah, that's why I was like, this is gonna be this last one's gonna be a little rough.
But her mum did kick her out, so clearly her mum didn't give enough fucks for her child.
And like, you know, they also hated like her
Fuck
husband.
the boyfriend,
now.
husband. Fuck him. He's irrelevant
Yeah.
right now. I don't care about him. Like he's not her son. But like,
Yeah.
the mum clearly didn't love you because she removed you from her life for over a decade.
Yeah, and literally kicked you out, right? Like, I was
If
like,
she
oh,
loved you, she would have not done that.
fair
10
point.
years she kicked you out. She was happy to live without you forever. Because 10 years is a long time.
I don't know. You know, like you got 2 kidneys. Like you give up one. You give up one. Why you being?
So you think
a
she's the asshole, Sid? I was like, it's tough.
Low
That was a
key,
tough one.
low key. That's your mother. That's your mother.
But your
Like
mother
I
kicked
understand,
you
like
out.
kicked out and stuff like that.
Yeah,
You-
but like, you know,
like they might kick you out, but let's say like what was the age that they kicked you out?
17.
Like
You're not
17,
even a
that's what they
legal
said.
adult. And in America, you're not a legal adult until 21 in most states, right? And they just let you go.
Fuck.
What if your boyfriend's family didn't accept you? Then where'd you go? To, I don't know what you call it.
No, but then if your
Something.
boyfriend's family didn't accept you, then you just go back to your own fucking place because you're like, oh, I'm not with that boyfriend anymore. I learned from my mistakes or whatever. No?
Mhm.
Can't you just weasel your way back into your family until you're like,
Oh, I don't know. 10 years is a long time. If someone's
10
removed you
years
for
is a
10
long
years,
time,
then
man.
shit,
That's the
I don't think
thing.
they would accept you back.
no. I'm saying you're 17, right? You're 17, you get kicked out, and you go to your boyfriend's house, and you go, hey, I got kicked out, please, like I've got nowhere to be, and your boyfriend's family doesn't accept you, right? What are the chances that you're still gonna stay with your fucking boyfriend? Probably unlikely. And if you're not with your boyfriend, doesn't that kind of like take away from the fact? Doesn't that take away the reason why you got kicked out?
I personally would
your
give the
mother
kidney for my mother, but she's not the arsehole. She's not the arsehole. She has fully rights, and mum left her for 10 years. I personally would give the kidney myself, but her saying fuck you, the daughter who got looked after should fucking do it. She should fucking do it. If I'm not the one to get pregnant, right? But if I was, right?
True.
If I was, and this is my personal choice, and obviously I never will have the option because I'm a male at the moment, right? But like, if I was someone to have a womb and I had a kid 3 months old, I would, I don't know if you can legally, I would abort my kid and give a kidney to my mum, no matter what. I don't give a fuck. That's my mum. Eyes closed. It's going to her.
Yeah.
I would, you know what I mean? I'd die for my mum. So what the fuck is it? 3 months in, I'd do it. Eyes closed. Wouldn't even think about it. Yeah, I'd be upset and all that shit. True. My mums ain't dying.
Plus, if it's a case of actual life or fucking death, then like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, that's your, like, if you can blame someone for fucking killing someone and shit like that, then I guess you can.
And like, you know, when you said the whole point about, oh, if her and the boyfriend broke up, she could go back. Then I'm also like 3 months pregnant. Are you allowed to abort the kid at 3 months? I actually don't know. I'm asking. And Debbie made a very fair point. That is fucked up, because if I was 17 really and my parents were kicking me out and then I have to go back, even if they accept me or not, I'm mentally fucked now.
Yeah.
Accept 100%. Me or not, I got mad trust issues because the people you're going to trust the most didn't prove it. I'm insecure as fuck. I don't know what to do. I'm confused. All this stuff.
But then I don't think I'd go back with the same like state of mind and stuff like that. I'd just be a case of, I'm just gonna make money and be enough where I can like live somewhere else and just run away from home. I would never go back to like the same loving family and the loving energy that I would literally I would literally just go back for the sake of, I'm fucking 17. I need shelter. I need food. Like that's why
I feel like because you're a bit more thick-skinned, you could do that. I don't think most people could take it.
Yeah.
I don't even know, like, and Debbie just said that abortions are okay up to 24 weeks. That fucking sister who did get raised by the mum, the fuck are you doing? You let your mum fucking die? Fuck you. You should have aborted that kid, in my opinion, 100 times over.
Yeah.
I would. If I was the one to give birth, I would abort the kid. You know what I mean? And I would,
fair enough. Yeah.
It's my, you know what I mean? If I was the one to give birth, I would abort my 3-month-old child to give my mum life. I can get a kid again. I can adopt a kid. I can do so many things. There's no way my mum's dying. Period. Oh no.
Fair enough. That one's a tough one. I was like, this has got to be this is the one. That's like me. I was like, this is the one, guys. I don't know. That one's for me. It's tough because I'm like, yes and no for me. But if I were to decide, I don't know. I don't think she's the asshole, honestly speaking, because look what happened. You know what I mean? And like how I see it is more like the mom's literally contacting her because she needs her. I'm like,
she's trying to use her.
That's the thing. I'm like, okay, that's how I would see it if I was in that situation. It's like, you're literally, how long has it been since we've talked? Like, bro, like, what are you doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I said, I think if it was me, I would give it. And mum got karma hard. But like, if it was me, I would give it. But if the person who said no is not the asshole, I do believe that the daughter, the other daughter, is the asshole, though. Yeah, of course, it's her choice and all that, and I'm not taking that away from her.
But it is equally as much as this person's choice as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. Right?
Like her choice not to give her own kidney because there's a risk of, sorry, not even a risk. She has to abort her child, right? She has a choice of giving her kidney and not giving her kidney, but this person has a choice of giving her kidney or not giving her kidney just because, I mean, like, she didn't get fucking raised up fully. I don't know. Yeah. I'm in the same boat as Hash, like, where I personally would have given the kidney, but that's just because now I'm living with a state now where it's like, I've kind of... I would be at a state where I'd be like, okay, I've done more for you than you've done for me. Like the 17 years that you did raise me, I would have felt like I paid back, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, fair enough. Boys.
Like it's like eventually, like, say something were to happen to her again, right? It would be at a state where I'd be like I'm not pressured, or I don't have this weight on me. Like, I've paid my dues back. Like, you raised me for 17 fucking years, and like you know, whatever. I gave you my fucking kidney. We're equal. Like, don't ever hit me up again.
Yeah, and you gave birth to me as well. Like, that's a granted, you
Fair
don't have a
enough.
choice of being born, but you know what I mean. The thing
I
that really
100%
fucks me
respect
up is I didn't choose to be born. You gave birth to me, so you've got to legally look after me
another
until I'm
thing.
an adult, right?
another
18
thing.
or 21, but you couldn't commit to that. That shit really bugs me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't choose to be born. When you do give birth, you got to look after that person for a while. You know what I mean? You can't just
what's
dip
funny?
on them.
You know what's funny? There's a guy outside Camden town, like, train station, and he's like a very firm, like, Christian. Well, I don't even know if he's Christian. I just know he reads biblical terms and shit. But he has a sign, and it says, "You didn't choose to be born, so you should sue your parents.
That's kind of funny.
They
I'm not gonna
had
lie.
you without your consent, so you should sue your fucking parents."
Fair.
And that's what Hash has reminded me of when Hash was
That's
saying,
funny.
"I didn't choose to be born," and I was like, "Holy fucking shit!"
I choose to be born, Mom. But yeah. Anyway, guys, that wraps up just about everything. Hash, would you like to close it off for us, my boy?
Okay, so thank you for watching our podcast today, everyone. Basically, Blowfish Man himself will be live tomorrow. I will also be live tomorrow. 7 Thugs, when are you gonna be live?
I don't know.
There you go, good answer. No, but he's actually sick right now, so credit where credit. He's actually not well. And
When I come back, I'm not doing Valorant stream either. I'm gonna play this new game called Sifu.
yeah, he's actually sick right now, so
I want to
credit where
watch.
credit's
I want to
due.
watch you play that. Like, actually, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for watching our podcast today. Blowfish said we got a post for the... Done. Thank you so much for watching us today. We appreciate you. And you know, we'll be live soon. And I know you watched it for me, but I guess the other fuckers are here as well. But we appreciate you guys. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see y'all in a bit.